Standing here in front of the Pinball Hall of Fame, supposedly the mecca for people who want to play pinball. Let's go inside and check it out.
Well, the fellow who started the whole thing has been working towards this for the last 30 years. He retired young, out of the pinball business, pinball and video arcade, and he had a big collection of machines. This is the collection right now.
Okay.
And in fact, he's got plenty more than this. But he's been building up. This is the third building we've been in. He's been building up towards this. All the money winds up going to charity, except what goes to build this. And written into our bylaws, when this finally closes up, this goes to charity.
Okay.
The whole structure, the land, everything.
Okay, so that's impressive. I had read about that. And so, other than what it takes to run this place, it all goes to charity.
Yep.
And how long has he been doing that, or have you guys been doing that?
He started off doing this in his backyard, basically. And that, when he was doing that, it was directly to the Salvation Army. He'd have the Salvation Army come in, and people would come and play in his shed and play pinball games. He'd do that a couple times a year, and they'd make a direct contribution to the Salvation Army when they came in. From that, he started off, he wound up in a strip mall place, and then bought a building, and then churned that building into this one.
Okay. And when did this location open?
We opened a little less than 2 years ago. 2
Okay.
years ago, April 15th.
Planning anything special for the 2 year
I
anniversary?
don't know if they are or not. I haven't heard any plans. But
Okay.
I have heard some plans. There's a volunteer appreciation dinner of some sort coming up.
Okay. And mention that. I think, is everyone who works here a volunteer? Is
Some
that
of the
true?
people now, because this place is so large, we can't do it just with volunteers. Some of the people are paid, some are volunteers. I'm a volunteer.
Okay.
I come in for the winter months. I'm retired, so I come in and work on machines. I was an electronics technician in my working life, and so I come in here and fix pinballs.
That seems like a fun winter gig.
It's a lot better than snow. I hate snow.
Well, out of curiosity, give me a couple of your favorite pinball machines.
Anybody my age, one of their favorites is almost always Fireball.
Okay. And I don't know Fireball.
Fireball was a different machine. I think it was the first one of the first, certainly, that had a spinner in it, so that the ball would go off wacky directions and wacky speeds.
I think one of my first favorites was, correct me, Earthshaker? Is that the name of it?
Yeah,
Or
I don't know
Earthquake?
that one offhand. There were a lot of them. They came up with the idea of a motor with an eccentric weight that would shake the machine, and they still use that today in a lot of stuff. So.
And then, of course, oddly enough, Space Jam. And am I crazy, or was that here 2 days ago, or did it just get swapped in?
Oh no, that was here.
Okay.
That was
I
here.
somehow
You may have missed it. Yep. It might not have been working when you were here before. That some of these machines go up and down a lot.
The more they get played, the more that's going to happen. And then, of course, Addams Family.
Yeah, Addams Family is a big favorite for everyone. Addams Family Twilight Zone is a real big one, too.
My local bowling alley had Addams Family and Space Jam, so that's wow. So, other than Fireball, what about anything newer that you like?
Again, as we mentioned, Addams Family, Twilight Zone are both real fun. They're both also really hard to keep going. They have a lot of special features, and those are hard to get parts for.
Got it.
The regular features, things like flippers and bumpers and stuff like that, all the machines have them. We get parts. They still make parts for that stuff. But those special weird features that are in some of those games, those are difficult.
All right. Thanks so much for talking to me.
All right.
Pleasure.
Sure thing.
So obviously, if you're in Las Vegas, I highly recommend you check out the Pinball Hall of Fame and Museum. You could really spend the entire day here and not play everything. And they're going to have something from your childhood, no matter how old you are. And besides, how can you resist playing pinball and supporting a good cause? But if somehow you don't like pinball at all, they do have a nice selection of some classic arcade machines, including stuff like Dig Dug and Pac-Man, as well as some off-the-wall things I'd never played before. Of course, for most of us who are going to the Pinball Museum, it's those pinball machines we're after, whether you really want to play the newest of the new, or the slightly older stuff like AC/DC or Addams Family, or the really old stuff like Pinbot. They've got you covered. So get yourself down to the Pinball Hall of Fame and Museum. It's located just across the street from the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, and I will drop the info in the description.